the doodle. Talking all things NFL trade deadline. Also, we're going to be playing week 2 of the Lions preseason game. Obviously, that won't be the focus of today's video. We just have to see what happens during the trade deadline. And already we have some big things to talk about involving Jamal Adams. He has been dealt, it sounds like, to Dallas. I'm being told it's official. I don't know if it is. I think so. So it sounds likely, but I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that Jamal Adams will be a Cowboy. So that's big. I expect all the action to happen within the last hour, more specifically the last probably like 15 minutes or so. Already got the big trade here. What's going on, Snipe Gang? Douglas, RNP, Dat Boy, and Colin. How you like them Saints trades? Saints have made some great deals so far, wink wink, but for real, I don't see any trades the Saints really need to make. I don't think they should try to give up a bunch of picks because that's what they've been doing these past few years. And the Saints already have a very good roster. So maybe a couple small pickups for cheap. But other than that, hopefully you don't trade Julio or Dion. I don't know why you'd trade Dion. Young piece on your defense. And he just got extended. So I'd be surprised about that. Julio, I highly doubt. But I guess theoretically it could make sense. Where do you guys see the Jamal deal? Well, I heard it on Discord. I don't know if it's true or not. What's the biggest move so far? Easily the Jamal Adams one, if it's true. And I don't think there will be a bigger move than that. And that's a total bombshell. If you told me that 3 hours ago, I wouldn't have believed you. You didn't make any trades, but you did cut Ken Crawley. I did see that. I guess he hasn't been playing too well. Someone's going to get a decent corner. If he's picked up, I mean, clearly, if the Saints wanted to get rid of him, if he's decent, they could have got a 6 or a 7 for him at least. I like how he has 69 players on the team. Let me make sure if I can hear myself. 6 or a 7 for him at least. Alright, I can hear myself well. You really want Jamal? Are you willing to trade 2 first-round picks, though, especially considering your first this year will probably be in the middle of the first round? For a safety? Like, Jamal Adams is great. Maybe the best safety in football. I would put him top 5. I don't know about the best. I would say he's right up there at that top tier with guys like Derwin James, who hasn't played yet this year. But I think he's in that tier. I think Earl Thomas is in that tier. I think Harrison Smith is in that tier. And then I think Jamal Adams is in that tier. I think those are the 4 best safeties in football without too much of a question. You don't see it on Twitter yet. It's not official, but it sounds likely. I'm a little bit confused if that's going to happen or not. Also, how about Andy Dalton getting benched for Ryan Finley? The Bengals are clearly tanking. Jamal would replace Peppers nicely, and I'm sure he'd replace Diggs nicely as well, but I would not be willing to trade 2 first-round picks for a safety who knows if he wants to stay with your team. He didn't want to stay with the Jets. He wants to go to Dallas because it's his hometown. 5th is Marcus Williams. What? Oh, 5th best safety? I love Marcus Williams a lot, but I don't think I'd say 5th. Here, why don't we look at the roster? I know the ratings won't be exact, because this is year 3 of the series. But here, let's just look at some of the best safeties just for clarification. Eddie Jackson, I wouldn't put him in that top tier. Kevin Byard, maybe. I'd say Byard is number 5. Earl Thomas, yes. Outside of that, I don't think anyone here is top tier. Devin McCourty has played like top tier this year. He's also on the Chargers in this. But just based on play this year, you could absolutely put Devin McCourty in that conversation. Strong safety, Jamal Adams, yes. Derwin James, yes. Harrison Smith, yes. I love Keanu a lot, but he has had trouble staying healthy. John Johnson, I think John Johnson's a top 10 safety. I think he's definitely top, I wouldn't say top 5, but I think he's extremely underrated and extremely good. Titans are better than Falcons, of course. I mean, the Titans aren't that good. Titans are a weird team. I don't know if they're going to do anything this trade deadline. Keanu's like Kerryon. That's fair. Jabril Peppers isn't top tier. Amos isn't. Honey Badger isn't. Landon Collins isn't. Okay, no one else here I'd say is top tier. Yeah, maybe Quandre Diggs here. Why the hell would you give up Denzel Ward for Trent Williams? I don't see you guys doing that deal. I don't see it happening. I think some teams will get very desperate as for clock looms, especially the teams who are trying to get a player. So let's just say hypothetically the Eagles are trying to trade for Darius Slay. I think they'll be a little bit more desperate and they'll want to make a trade. They may be willing to give up more right at the end. Bengals need Tua, and then you'll be a Bengals fan. I mean, you guys are going to have to lose that Week 15 game against the Dolphins, which I don't see happening. I think the Bengals are far better than Miami. So you guys are trying to tank with Ryan Finley. So bandwagon, potentially, wink, wink. I mean, the Titans you can't really bandwagon the Titans, because, I mean, they're the Titans. They're not good. The Bengals could lose, but I don't see it. Since when do the Redskins have Richard Sherman? Okay, that's interesting. We're going to go with their sexy alternates. Not those. The 75th anniversary? No, those are disgusting. Yeah, that's it. Alright, we're going to go white tops, blue pants. Alright. They have anyone else other than Sherman and Collins? And Darkole Hyder's a superstar. We liked him, too. We almost picked him over Akeem Downing. Von Bell makes you happy. You want the Saints to re-sign him? I think he deserved to be re-signed. It depends on how much money, though. You're playing... Yes, we are playing this... This is week 2 of the preseason, Nick. This isn't regular season. I was gonna stream Fortnite, but it has to update, and I kind of wanted to start it, so I figured I'd just stream week 2 of the preseason. Make sure I turn down... The commentator audio should be down. If there are any issues... Oh, yeah, they have Marvin Jones. That's right. But, if there are any audio issues, just tell me, and I'll just restart. I don't really care. Just bench Mixon, Boyd, and the whole D-line. I mean, yeah, but those players are going to want to leave afterwards. Speaking of, Mixon and the Lions for a third-round pick, maybe? I'd be down with that. I would not be down, however, with trading a second or a third-round pick for Melvin Gordon. Okay, so now it might sound like the Jamal Adams trade might not happen. No, it is happening. Okay. So the Jamal Adams trade is official. The Cowboys will be giving up a 2020 first-round pick, a 2021 first-round pick, a 2020 third-round pick, and an undisclosed player. So the Jets are getting a lot. We have to see who the player is. If it's just some random whoop-de-doo, but if it's a somewhat decent player, a guy like Chidobe Awuzie, who's on the Lions now in the series, then it's kind of a good trade for the Jets. How do I feel about Gio Bernard? I think he's a good change of pace back. I think he's a guy the Bengals should look to trade, maybe for a 5th round pick, I'd say. I think that's reasonable for Cincinnati and whoever would take him. Audio's way too loud. Really? Is it so? You guys should have mentioned something last night. I played a whole preseason game with that. Volume control. Yeah. Okay, I'll move this all down. Be down for trading a third and Freddie Kitchens for Trent Williams? I'm sure you would. Stadiums, that's not on the field. We'll move that down to... We'll move all these down to 50. Turn down crowd volume? Yeah, I'll turn all this down. I'll move crowd down probably a little bit lower, honestly. Alright, so what are some trades you guys want to see for your teams, whether it involves rebuilding or not rebuilding? For my Lions, I have no clue what I want. I have no clue what to expect. But I've been needing good luck, and because of that, I've worn a pencil in my ear like Matt Patricia has since like 9 o'clock this morning. So yeah, I've had a pencil in my ear for about 6.5 hours. Come on now, let's go! Alright, can you guys hear me better? There's a look at Tez, by the way. We'll play with him in the first half. Trey Dalton. Yeah, I think you guys should probably move on from him. I mean, you benched him, so you might as well trade him. I don't like John Ross's number 80. I feel like that doesn't really suit him. Bet you won't play my quarterback at wide receiver. I mean, Tez Lawson is pretty athletic. Oh, look at Ty. Okay, okay. Good start. Since Madden allows... I mean, it technically does. Still no news on Adam from Ian and Adam. It sounds official from what I've seen. Not from either of them, but it sounds very likely that the deal's going to happen. I mean, you guys are getting a really good deal. We just need to know who the player is. The Jets are getting a lot. So, as a Jets fan, you can't be too upset. And Adams might not have re-signed, because his contract is due soon. Welcome back, Jace. Dalton could be a good clipboard holder at Ohio State. I guess he could. Where am I getting news? According to the Discord, which could be false. The Jamal Adams thing came from Main Team Sports on Twitter. So, I don't know if it's credible or not. I hope it is, or else I'll sound dumb. But at the same time, I don't hope it is, because I kind of don't want Jamal Adams on the Cowboys. That's kind of cheddar cheese. Don't you go to Illinois and be the backup punting coach? I mean, shoot, if you guys are going to hate on him, we could use a backup quarterback. I mean, Stafford doesn't get hurt, so I guess we don't. Yeah, no, we don't need a backup. I'm following SG's Discord because everyone's announcing the news there. The Jamal Adams thing is coming from Main Team Sports on Twitter. I don't know if they're credible or not. And Travis Fulgham dropped the ball. Dalton is average and above average if he had an O-line. I don't know if I'd say average. He wouldn't be as bad. Not that he's awful. Watch Tez be a star dev? Let's hope not. Let's hope not. He had a good drive there. Made some nice throws. Had a really good run. Just that Travis Fulgham has butterfinger hands. Oh, you get to play Marvin Jones. That'll be fun. That'll be plenty fun. Good old Marv. He does best year in 2016. He was top 10 for the MVP. Yeah, I'd say, from what I remember, I think he was good in 2016. Then again, I barely remember how good the Bengals were, because they're the Bengals. Main team has no check mark, so you're not believing it? That's fair. I mean, we'll have to see. Oh, shoot. That's a bad play by me. No! Tracy! Well, down 7-0 unless Budiga can get him. That tweet is... Let me see how many followers they have. If they have nothing, then it's not legit. If they got a good... I mean, not having the check does kind of say something. So... Here, let me search Twitter. Main Team Sports. $243K followers. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty legit. But this is the only source we've gotten it from, so it might not actually be true. It was 2015. I totally forget about you guys starting 9-0. How did that happen? Just what, 4 years ago? What are you doing? There you go. Almost got tackled in the end zone. Check the tweets for the tweet of Jamal. I don't know if it sounds that legit. So, Perry, if you don't like that trade, I would keep my hopes up if I was you. But even so, the Jets are getting a really good haul. Terrible trade for Miami. Is that the Aqib Talib trade? I don't think it's a bad trade for Miami, and here's why. They're not giving up anything. And Aqib Talib is on IR, so he's not going to play the rest of the year, and he'll help them win next year. I assume the Dolphins are actually going to try to win games next year, so I think that deal actually makes a ton of sense for them. And not to mention, they have the best cornerback duo on IR in Xavier Howard and Aqib Talib. Howard was just put on IR today. And they're just swapping probably 5th round picks. They're not really giving up anything. I assume it's just going to be a pick swap. Okay, that was a bad throw from Toews. Well, the Jets-Giants trade. The Giants received Leonard Williams for a 3rd this year and a 5th next year, which I think, my trade grades, B+ for the Jets, C for the Giants. I don't know why the Giants are doing it. Because they're not going to win anything this year. And Leonard Williams is a free agent at the end of the season, plus they're already good at the interior of their defensive line. So now that I'm really thinking about it, I would say that C is probably more like a D+. I wouldn't call Leonard a bust. He was a disappointment, but he's not bad. I cannot tackle today. 3 and a 4. I think it's a conditional 5th round pick that could turn into a 4. Dalton, Gio, Jeremy Hill, AJ Green, I forgot you guys had Mohamed Sanu and Marvin Jones on the same team. I mean, I wouldn't call that team that scary. They're not bad. Prime Jeremy Hill, he was a monster. Stuff will happen, Pride. The MLB trade deadline, all of the big trades happened after 4. Or they were being announced after 4, so stuff will happen. I'm just worried about the Darius Slay thing. I don't know how to feel about that. His worst season has been this year. Well, I haven't really watched much Jets games, so I can't really confirm that. But I would trust it. I don't see how that team was 9-0. I see how that's a good offense with a prime Andy Dalton, prime AJ Green, prime Hill, but I don't see how that team's 9-0. How do I feel about DJ Chark? I loved Chark at LSU. I thought he was going to be one of the steals of the draft, and I was right. He's been great for the Jaguars. And here's Awuzie, pick 6, one of our big free agent signings, unless Geis catches him. And could Awuzie be that unnamed player in the Jamal Adams trade if it's true? Probably not, because Awuzie, I think, is a little bit too good to be traded with all of those assets. It's probably just a scrub. Is it possible to throw an interception on a handoff? Just ask Freddie Kitchens. Also, by the way, we did cut that undrafted rookie kicker we signed for obvious reasons. It ends at 4 Eastern time, which is in about 20 minutes. Just what V-Dub said. V-Dub in the house, let's go. Can I get a V-Dub in the house, let's go in the chat from everyone? The trade is not real? Okay, so it looks like the Jamal Adams trade is not real. I don't know how they have 230,000 followers, but they don't have the official check, and considering they have that many followers, that kind of says something about their website, so I don't think it's real. Patriots cut Mike Nugent. Could they be signing Matt Bryant? I'm sure they wish they did that earlier so they could sign Young-Ho Koo. He'd be a perfect fit with Bobby Kraft. You know he loves those Young-Ho Koos, just without the Koos. You know what I mean. Ian and Adam have not tweeted about it. That happened 11 minutes ago. Yeah, I don't think it's real now. I think you're right. I sound kind of dumb. What if nothing actually happens? I think stuff will happen, but Bengals are the top 3 defense. Who was even on that defense who isn't now? Like, Preston Brown. They didn't have William Jackson if that was 2015 because they picked him in 2016. Who was on that defense that's so good? Carlos Dunlap was still on the team. Geno Atkins was on the team. No Jesse Bates either. So who am I missing? Whoever believed it is stupid. Well, I guess I'm stupid then. Nice tackle over Warrior, who's obviously now not a starter anymore. He started last year, and now we have Chidobe. You want Trent Williams for your O-line? I mean, you're going to have to give up a first-round pick, I think. You're Young-Ho Koo with me having a side chick? Now, I mean, I think the only team who would give up Denzel Ward for Trent Williams is the Redskins. They're the only ones who would do that because they're the Redskins. And they're stupid. Nice play from Awuzie. He's looked good in this game. I can't believe nothing has still happened. I'm in shock. I know, I have to assume something's going to happen. There will be big trades within the next, I would say 20 to 30 minutes. I was expecting something before 4 o'clock, but I'm expecting it all to be after. Hopefully, we don't trade Slay, or we don't trade him for too little. My heart tells me no, but my mind tells me there are pros to trading Slay. What's up with him? Well, his contract is up in a couple years, and we've had trouble agreeing to a deal with him. And he was upset about us trading Quandre Diggs, so there's a decent chance that he could be gone in the offseason of 2021. And not to mention, what am I missing? Oh, he'll be a free agent. He'll be an upcoming free agent next year. He'll be a year older, so his value will be much diminished. So this is the most we're going to get for him right here, right now. But at the same time, he's Darius Slay, and I kind of want to make the playoffs, and I wouldn't mind picking up like a Von Miller or Ryan Kerrigan, or for a cheap price, Melvin Gordon. Did anything happen when you left? Nothing has happened other than the Jamal Adams trade is officially fake. Tez is 1 for 5 of the pick. Yeah, he has not played too great. He's made some nice throws that have been drops, but he has not looked great so far in this game. Stafford will play the second half, so we'll see who can win the starting job. Good luck is coming this Sunday. Good luck to you guys as well, V-Dub. I think whoever loses that game between us, their season is basically done, so both of our teams have to win. What are the Raiders, 3 and 4 now? Yeah, they kind of have to win. The AFC is weak, but they're 3 and 4. They have to win. And we have to win too, I think, if we want to stay in, because the NFC is strong. Should have drafted Garcia. I mean, just based on his play today, I mean, I guess we should have, looking at how he's 1 for 5. But it's only the second preseason game of the year. He's a rookie. He'll make mistakes. You'd give the edge to us. I'd probably give the edge to us as well. Raiders have not looked good these past few weeks, and I think we have a better roster. But it is in Oakland, so it could be challenging for us. We've got to see what this deadline brings to us in Oakland, because we're two teams that are stuck in the middle. We could buy, we could sell. So, haven't heard a lot about what Oakland could do during this trade deadline. They did make the Gary and Conley trade, but other than that, haven't really heard a lot about them, so I don't see them making a move, but it could happen. We face the Broncos with Brandon Allen at quarterback. I think that's his name, yeah. I'd be confident if I was you too. Kick is short. No good. We got this. Do you think you guys stay pat? I think you guys will as well. I think it's more likely we make a move. Now, would that move involve trading Slay or getting a player? I'd love to pick up a guy like Ryan Kerrigan. I think he'd be a great pickup for us, and I don't think we'd have to trade too much. Maybe a third-round pick for him. I think is reasonable for both sides. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Like, Von Miller's great, but we're going to have to give up the house for him. And as much as I like Chandler Jones, I feel like we'd have to give up a lot for him, too. Nice throw. For Cordavius. Where did Baron Battle go? He went to Jacksonville. And it was clear Jacksonville needed a quarterback. That's why we traded up with them. And Baron has a confirmed superstar development as well. You feel bad for J.J. Watt? Who doesn't feel bad for him? I mean, J.J. Watt is such a good guy. I want to see him play well. It sucks that he got hurt. Alright, 3:46. I have to assume we're going to be seeing big news soon. I am shocked that literally nothing has happened today other than the Aqib Talib trade. I find it funny that the only team that's gotten a player today is the Miami Dolphins. That's kind of funny. And there's only 15 minutes left. Now, Like the MLB trade deadline, as I've said, there will be stuff that goes through after 4 that we hear about at like 4:05, 4:10. So I expect it to be a hectic 30 minutes. Browns were winless when you had your cast on. Now that you got your cast off, you should win the rest of your games. I mean, you guys don't play us, so I'm fine with that. Yeah, even though the deadline ends in 15 minutes, we just have to be aware of anything that could happen within these next 20 to 30 minutes. So I'll be streaming it until likely about 4:15, 4:20. Blaze it. Because if you guys follow baseball, all of the big trades happened after 4. Like the Zach Greinke one, Nick Castellanos, which we got like nothing for him, but okay. What's up, Rieger? Welcome to the stream, my guy. Do you expect the news to last until 5? I don't see it lasting until 5, but I definitely think we'll see stuff at 4:20, maybe even 4:30. What's up, Apple? Welcome to the stream. Also, isn't today your birthday? If it is, happy birthday. I'm gonna get you. It feels weird having another superstar corner, because whenever I see a superstar making a tackle from like the cornerback position, I'm automatically thinking Darius Slay. But now that we have a Woozier too, that makes things feel kind of weird. Nice play. Will Bell be moved? It sounds like the Jets are not trading him, so I think it's more likely Jamal Adams is traded. And I don't see Adams getting moved. We thought he was going to Dallas, but that stuff looks pretty fake. Got a feeling Jamal Adams, I agree, I don't see him getting traded. Sorry, late on your combo, but you had to do something, that's fine. Your defense, you had Drake Kirkpatrick, Terrence Newman. I forgot about Malaluga, he was good. Vontaze Burfict, prime Vontaze Burfict, prime Reggie Nelson. I don't think that defense is 9-0 worthy, but prime Nelson, prime Burfict, that's a good deed. The Akbach, hello FG, welcome to the stream, my friend. Welcome, welcome. Ravens are actively pursuing Yannick Ngakoue. I think that'd be a great pickup for Baltimore. Ngakoue is a premier pass rusher. The Ravens could use someone going after the quarterback. I expect at least a second-round pick going to Jacksonville. But I think that'd be a great move for Baltimore. They could definitely use a guy like Yannick. And if we didn't sign Trey Flowers for all that money, I would be on the Yannick Ngakoue train right now. Jags unloading. I expect Yannick Ngakoue to be traded. And I think Baltimore makes a ton of sense for Yannick and the Ravens. I think that'd be a great move for them. Please don't trade with the Ravens, Jags. Yeah, that doesn't really help you guys out. But once again, if we didn't sign Trey Flowers to 90 mil, I would be on the Yannick train. I would be on the Yannick Ngakoue train because I think he's so underrated. But I think the Jaguars are going to get a big haul for him. Young, 24-year-old pass rusher who's been great. If I was him, I'd ask for at least a first-round pick. Chris Harris just toasted the Broncos. What did he say? And he's another player who I definitely expect to be traded within the next 25 minutes. My guess is probably the Eagles, and that would mean they don't get Darius Slay, so I can be happy, but at the same time, I'll be worried about what we do with him for the future. You found it interesting that Dalton is the first quarterback to start 8-0 and 0-8. I find it hard to believe that the Bengals started 9-0 that year. Like, I do not remember that. But I guess it's true. Get him, Duvon. That was Duvon man should have had him. Cowboys coaches and the safety coach are meeting right now. I assume that potentially involves Jamal Adams. I don't see it happening, but it could happen. And if I'm a Jets fan, while I wouldn't want to see Adams go, the Jets are going to get a king's ransom. It was 8-0. Oh, okay. So 8-0. Still, that's pretty crazy. But you had a weaker schedule. That's not a surprise. He said he wants to get traded, but he's still quiet. Shoot, if I was him, I'd want to get traded too. I mean, he's a free agent anyway. Apparently, Denver wants a second-round pick. I think that's a reasonable price for a team that's contending. I'd say that's maybe a little bit much. Like, if I'm an Eagles fan, if I was an Eagles fan and they traded a second-round pick for Chris Harris, I wouldn't love it for the Eagles, but it wouldn't be awful. And it probably makes more sense for them to go after him rather than like a Darius Slay. If the offers for Slay is like a first and a fourth-round pick, which is what I think it would need to be. I did see a rumor that said if the Lions are offered just a first-round pick for Slay, they'd pull the trigger. I definitely hope that's not true. As if we trade Slay, it better be for a lot. He just said the Falcons traded Matt Ryan to Chicago. Well, that's obviously fake. Matt Ryan ain't going to the Bears. And I hope he doesn't. I hope he doesn't. But yeah, no, that's fake. And I wonder what the Falcons could get for Matt Ryan. That's actually kind of a good question. I don't know if they get a lot or not. Because he's older, but he's still decent. I'd have to assume they probably just get one first-round pick. It was 8-0. I thought you just established that. I mean, 8-0 is still really darn good. For the Cincinnati Bengals of all teams. Ouch, that's not pretty. Montez Sweat. No way. Yeah, you guys didn't. You guys did not trade Matt Ryan. Alright, we're going to go for an out route and a field goal here. I think that's the play. Circle's going to be wide open. Get out, Fulgham. He did not get out. That's going to end the half. Nice. You're a Lions fan. If they trade Slay, you want 2 firsts and a third. No one's going to trade 2 first-round picks for Dare. That's more than the Jaguars got for Jalen Ramsey. Ramsey's younger and a little bit better. So I think we would get a first-round pick and then a third or a fourth. And I think that's not an awful deal for us. I wouldn't be happy because I love Slay, but that's not an awful package for us. A 1 and a 4. Jamal Adams traded to the Cowboys. That apparently is fake news. According to Main Team Sports, if you got that from Main Team Sports on Twitter, it's fake. But I'm curious where you did hear it, because if it's from a big source, it could be true. It's the second half. Why are all the starters in? Did they get another quarter, or are these the quote-unquote backups? Okay, yeah, no, these are the backups because Tracy Walker's in. AKA, a lot of the starters are in now. In code terms. Passing to kicker now. Matt Bryant got cut today, so... He got cut for Young-Ho Koo. I think the Patriots would rather him for the means, but... Either so. Let's fix the depth chart. I want the backups to play. What do you guys think of the NCAA allowing players to profit off of name and likenesses? Thank goodness. That's what I have to say. Thank goodness. Yeah, I'm kidding. It wouldn't let you play, but thank goodness. I want to see what this Dwayne Stuber kid is made of. I want to play him. Decker's a starter. I don't want to play... Oh. Okay. We're going to play Vaughn Moulton. Nope. I want to see Keem Downing at left tackle. I'd like to see that. How many guys are starting? Oh my gosh. Put Kane right. Put Downing at left. What's up, Kaz? Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. Let's see that. That's fine. Yeah, fine. I want to start Peter Carney as much as I can. We're gonna. I want to have Chidobe as my number 4. I want to see him more. 3 safety will be Budga, backed up by Oruwariye. Strong safety will be Damon Farf, and then sub linebacker will be Budga. Alright, there we go. Definitely no moves happening? No. I know there's 5 minutes until 4, but most of the news is going to come after 4. So we still need to wait about half an hour until the trade deadline's pretty much done. It's done at 4 for the NFL teams, but for us fans hearing the news, I'd say it's done at like 4:30. Plus, with the real rosters, that'll be a lot of fun for sure. Yeah, I can't wait for NCAA to come back. Welcome back, Perry. Speaking of coming back. Get that, Carney! New superstar with the pick. He's still on his feet. And he didn't even get tackled by anyone. That's how much he's a savage. Alright, Ian Rappaport says, The Cowboys and Jets do not have a deal for Jamal Adams. The Broncos do not have a deal for Chris Harris. That's a surprise to me, the Chris Harris thing. I thought he was good as gone. And I think that's a bad move by them keeping him. Trades will be writing in by 4 p.m. That's when we'll see them. Be so much fun playing as AO and NCAA basketball, but the thing is, I think, what if AO declares for the draft this year, bud? Nice hands, Powell. Carney is a superstar, yes. Believe it or not. That was definitely a surprise. I did not expect him to be a superstar at all. How do I feel about Baker Mayfield? I'd say he was overhyped as a rookie. This year, his stats don't show how he's played. His stats show that he's been worse than he actually is. I don't think he's been that bad this year. It's just that he hasn't lived up to anyone's expectations. I graded him out as a 4th-round prospect, and while I don't think he'll be that bad, I think he's a little bit worse than we all thought he would be. But I don't think the stats are a good representation. AO's going to declare, so you might get to play with Kofi Cochran. That's fun. Kerryon, first carry of the season, goes for -6. At least it's for preseason. I feel like our run blocking hates Kerryon. I don't know why. It just does. They hate him. He only averaged 4.4 yards a pop last year. Richard averaged like 5.4. Here's the undrafted rookie, Dwayne Stuber. Alright, so it looks like Jamal Adams is going to stay. Why did I choose a I did not mean to choose a halfback draw, but I'm not going to waste your time now. Okay, now we're not even in field goal range. You know what? I'm kicking a 66-yarder with Prater. For preseason, screw it. I'm going with a 66-yard kick. Win not going towards him? Yeah, he's going to miss us. We're not trading Stafford this year. That is way short. That's about 10 or 12 yards short. I'm surprised there's been no action before 4. I still expect to see stuff, but I'm surprised there's been nothing. No trade for Trent Williams happening today official. Does it say that, or is it just, are you just saying that because it's 4? Because we're still going to see trades rolling in. Unless this has been an extremely anticlimactic trade deadline with nothing happening, which I doubt, there will be moves coming in. I'm going to say it right now, there are trades being agreed on and written to the NFL right as we speak. Giants cut Tay. Who the heck is Tay Davis? Skins wanted a first. I wouldn't trade a first-round pick for him. I don't blame teams for not. They also offered the Browns picks and Denzel Ward. So, clearly they're overreaching their worth for him. The Browns might not stand pat, Nick. I know it's 4, but there will be trades rolling in. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. Would I put Stafford on... I guess we can put Stafford on the block. That's fine. We'll do that. Yeah, Brader was the one who said it in FG's Discord. And we just believed it. Because we are dumb. And I've never seen that Twitter account before, so I assumed it was real. Alright, it's now 4 o'clock. Trades are done, but we will see trades rolling in. The last trades are being written into the league as we speak. At this very second, your team might have just traded away your favorite player. Your team also might have traded for Tom Brady. Who knows? But there is some big stuff happening in the National Football League as we speak in this exact moment. But yeah, everyone's relieved or sad that they didn't get the trades they wanted. Just wait. Oof. Per Jake Trotter, a dude with a check mark and a trusted adult, Browns are standing pat. Well, I would say that's pretty official, so it sounds like you guys are staying pat. Hoping you traded Matty Ice. If I was a Falcons fan, I wouldn't be opposed to that. Watching the ESPN trade special, so I got y'all. I appreciate it, Levi. Or Levi. I assume that's probably Levi. Jets want a second for Robbie Anderson. You know. I can't believe the only team that's gotten a player today, and it's 4-1, the only team that's gotten a player is the Miami Dolphins. I find that ironic. Andy Dalton getting benched. He got benched on his birthday, too. I feel bad for him. You could see us trading Ben for... No one would trade a first-round pick for Ben. No one would do that. No one would do... I would not trade a fourth for Ben Roethlisberger. I don't think anyone would trade a high pick for him. He's old. He's not that good. And I think he's a cancer in their locker room. I think he caused as many problems as AB. Look at Ty Johnson go. Have yourself a game, buddy. That's a nasty run. Who in the right line would do that? I don't think I would trade a fourth-round pick for him. Even if my team needed a quarterback. Even if I was... Okay, maybe if I was the Bears, I'd trade it for. But other than that, if I was the Bears, the most I'd trade for him is a 4 and a 7. Boom. Dot for Jose St. He wasn't in? I mean, I see why you'd want a first-round pick for him. If I was a Steelers fan, I'd just say trade that man right now. Steelers need a new quarterback. I don't think Mason Rudolph's the guy, even though I thought he would. I don't think Ben is that good anymore. Ouch, that throw. Richard almost got that ball for crying out loud. He wasn't the intended target. Now it's 3rd down. Oh yeah, I can't scramble because this is with Stafford. Oh my gosh, this is bad. Is that Jordan Brailford? I think this name is. No, I don't want to punt. That's a 40, no. Not with Prater. Can the Steelers even try? I don't think they can. I mean, no, I think they can because he is on IR. And Aqib Talib was just traded. He's on IR. The only player who's been traded today was on IR. That kick is short. Prater has missed the same amount of field goals in this preseason game that he did all of last year. I mean, both of the kicks have been long, so you can't really get mad at him. With the win against him as well. Why does Peter Cardi not... Oh, because he doesn't have any abilities. That's why. Okay. That explains a lot. Aqib Talib, yeah, he can come off in week 15, but since he is on IR, he was traded, and considering he's on the Dolphins, I would not expect them to take him off. Since they're tanking. There's no reason for them to. So Aqib's season is done, and he is now a Miami Dolphin. So if there's... The only big loser in today's trade deadline is Aqib Talib. He went from a borderline contender to the Dolphins. I do know how to throw away, yes. It's just that Stafford's release is so slow that I can't throw it away in time. It's just sliding that I have trouble with. I can throw it away, thank goodness. And I can slide in NCAA too, I think. Keyword is I think. Oh shoot, why'd I go for the hit stick? That's my big problem. There were not many trades announced after 4. It's only 4:05. There's still time, but I'm surprised that we've heard absolutely nothing. Nothing with Trent Williams, Darius Slay, Adams, or Bell. I guess we won't see anything. Never roughing the kicker. Did I figure out how to slide? Well, I haven't gotten really the opportunity to yet, so I wouldn't say I figured it out, but we're still learning. I'm going to need a reminder of the controls, how to slide, by the way, because I totally forget. Also, how's there been nothing? I'm just streaming a Lions preseason game at this point. Why isn't he named? There we go. But yeah, this is not good on the part of the NFL. And as a Lions fan, since we've done nothing, I can't say I love that. I'm happy we didn't trade Slay for nothing, but I'm not too thrilled that we didn't go for anyone and do something to make progress in this year or the future. Face mask. New treat from Adam Schefter. Hold on.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Oh, that's just the... Where's his newest tweet? It just said. Ravens were actively going for Jamal Adams. Okay, so Darius Slay has not been traded. So, I'm happy because I still get to root for my boy, but I'm not entirely sure if that's the best move for us. I'm surprised the Ravens didn't get anyone. Jamal Adams or Ngakwe. I feel like there still has to be something that happened. There can't be nothing. There can't be nothing. I was expecting this day to be hectic. I have been scared all day long. I've been checking my phone non-stop. BRB, okay. Roughing the pass. No, that'll be an intentional grounding. Knowing this game, intentional grounding. That's roughing the passer. Psych. Isn't that a roughing the passer thing? Whatever. Whatever.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
There's got to be something that comes. There's got to be something.
Strong left. Strong left. Forward high. Check 24. 24. Check 24. Oh, yeah. Looking hot. 20. Strong right. Strong right. Strong right. You got 4.
Yeah, there's nothing new here. So it looks like there actually might be nothing, which is a shock. Look up at one. You look up at, what is that? Oh, Jared Davis with a pick. There's a flag though. You look up at. I don't know if that's supposed to say 135, but just make sure Slay wasn't traded, and it's pass interference. Yeah, we're gonna decline that because I want the ball. But as I've said before, there are pros to trading Slay, and I'm happy that he's still on our team. If we extend him, I'll be more happy.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
I love how there's no one open. Square's open, but he's out of... There we go. Powell dropped his second pass of the day. He's getting cut.
Illegal touching.
And that's illegal touching anyway. Yeah, he's getting cut. He's going Gonzo. Looked like he might have been. That was close. 3rd and goal. Cindy's back. So it really looks like we're going to stand pat. Alright, time to ban Cindy, yes. Do I live in the south part of... I do not live in Michigan at all. Considering what Ramsey brought in a trade, do I think Slay would have brought, or if he, what do you mean? Like, would have he brought similar value? I think he would have gotten a lot of value, but nowhere near Ramsey. I think if you take out a first, Ramsey was 2 firsts and a 4th. I think Darius Slay would have been 1 first and 4th. I'm a big liar. I was expecting this to be big. I really was. I'm very disappointed that we've seen nothing. And for my team, I'm disappointed that we did nothing. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. We've done legit nothing. Then again, no one else has done anything, so we'll just finish 8-7. Feel like the stream is just another Lions episode. I was hoping it wouldn't just be a preseason game, but it looks like that's what it's gonna be. I don't know if I jinxed it or what. So I was really hoping for something, and we got nothing. Other than the Keep to Leave trade, which is nothing. Oh, Tharp almost had it. Got your cast off, so that's a plus. I guess it's also not a plus if the Browns did nothing, so I'll tell you that.
Okay.
Alright, the kick is good. Now just a 10-point game. Alright, good field position. If Stafford wins this game, he gets the Week 1 starting job. I'm going to tell you all that right now. I like how they have like 500 yards and we have half of that. Like, has our defense been that bad today? Oh, what a catch for the undrafted rookie, Dwayne Stuber. A lot of the backup receivers have not looked good. So if Stuber impresses, he will make the 53-man roster. Just get out of bounds, you fool. You fool. Any post-trade news? It does not look like it, which is a shock. I was expecting something, and we've got nothing today, B-Dub. Ouch. Doing well after Garrett reported youth for child abuse. Whoa. And a well-deserved report, too. Oh, Cordavius. Pressure's on Stafford, 4 minutes down by 10, absolutely. If he wants the starting job, he has to win this game. Even if he loses, there's still a chance he gets it. Came here for a live reaction, all he got was a Lions game. I was hoping for a live reaction too, buddy. I was hoping the Lions were going to do something of note that did not involve trading Darius Slay for nothing. So, I'm disappointed too. I wanted action today. We got nothing. There were 0 trades that happened during this stream. Which I find incredible. As Stephen A. Smith would say, that is blasphemous. Get out of bounds, dude. What are you doing? We should have been warned last night that today we were going to get mossed at the trade deadline. I mean, a bunch of teams got mossed too for doing nothing. I think everybody in the NFL is a loser because they didn't either get their team better or they didn't get rid of any contracts. The only person who really got affected today is Aqib Talib, who obviously lost. Alright, now the defense has to get a stop. This is actually an interesting game. So at least we have that going for us. All we got was, yeah, the Talib trading the QB announcement. Lions were in for Chris Rory? Did we want Chris Harris? I don't like that. I think we're good at corner, and Harris would be a rental. That makes no sense. Welcome back, RMP. Welcome back. Nothing has happened, but we got ourselves a good game. This would be typical Lions. You're right. Him being a rental is probably why he stayed in Denver. I have to assume somebody would have given a third-round pick for him, or a second-round pick. Denver wanted a 2, but I'm sure they would have taken a 3 if they couldn't get a second. I don't see Chris Harris sticking around this offseason, so I think everybody who is on the fringe or has inspiring contracts lost today. I think your big winners are the New England Patriots, and that about rounds out the winners section. Now on to the losers. Every bad team with players to trade, I guess except for the Dolphins, because they literally have no one. I like their keep to leave move. And every team on the fringe of contending, like the Lions, like the... I was about to say like the Redskins, because they had Trent Williams, but they're not on the fringe of contending. And I didn't call any timeouts fair. I haven't been paying attention to this game. I literally didn't call a timeout. Trent Williams is ending his holdout? I doubt that. I don't see him ending his holdout. Is that true, though? This game could go to overtime, though. Ouch. That's not good. Prater's target is the 34-yard line. That would be a 51-yard field goal. So he, I guess, is definitely declined. Schefter said it? Wow, that's actually pretty big news. Yeah, at least we have a good game, B-Dub. Oh my gosh. How far is he going to go backwards? Yeah, that play might have ended this game. I think that play ended the game. Just like the Lions' poor game management. I was not paying attention. That's why I didn't call the timeouts. The Lions would just not call any timeouts because they thought that made sense. I say you're winners and losers because the Ravens didn't do anything. I would say you guys are losers. You guys should have made a move. They're stacking the box here. I don't know what I feel about that. Stafford's release is so slow. It is literally like slower than like a grandmother climbing up the stairs. It's literally molasses, his release. If that was any other quarterback, that wouldn't have happened. Just saying. Oh well. We had ourselves a close game. I guess that'll end the stream, folks. While we didn't have any interesting trade news, you guys did get a Lions preseason game, so I guess there's that. Now I can finally take this pencil in my ear that I've had in for about 7 hours, so I can give us good luck, and it turns out we did nothing. So the good luck was all for nothing, I guess. EA cheese indeed, V-Dub. EA cheddar indeed. I guess we'll put Stafford on the block and see what we can get for him. Then we'll end the stream. What if right as I end the stream we see a big trade? It won't involve Adams, Bell, Slayer, Trent Williams, because Schefter says all. So I guess it wasn't I wouldn't call it a waste, but Trent Williams just reported of a Redskin, so it's official. That's big. Watson will be... Well, this doesn't mean Lawson will be the starter. I just would have guaranteed... If Stafford won, he would have been the starter. If he lost, which he did, the QB competition continues. So it's not that Lawson is the official guy. Let's take a look at the stats so far, actually. We're not going to trade him on stream. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we want to trade Stafford, guys. I told you. No, we want to mentor Tez. So Stafford's going to be a leader here. I would say throwing under pressure is a good one. Breaking sacks, I feel like, doesn't change much. He's already good with throwing on the run. So I would say throwing under pressure. Because he's going to be under pressure a lot with this team. Kid's a quick learner. I like it. +3 under pressure. Good. Stafford has no trade offers. So there you go. I don't have any plans of trading him now in the off-season. That'll be a new topic of debate. Has anything happened, maybe? Nope, nothing's happened. AB signed with the Giants. I'm going to take a wild guess and assume that's false. AB did not just sign with the Giants. That's a fact. Here's a look at the stats. Remember, one of Tez's interceptions was because I was spamming X to hike the ball. So he has 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Stafford is 1-0. Tez is obviously a plus in the run game, as you can see. Brandon Powell, I don't see getting a roster spot. I want to see more from Dwayne Stuberville. I think he has upside. I like his potential. I think he'll be good. O-line has not been great. Budga leads the team in tackles. Not a lot of tackles for loss. Only 3 sacks. We do have 4 interceptions, though, already. And a pair of pick sixes from Darius Slay and Chidobe Awuzie. That's the funnest name in the league. Chidobe Awuzie. I'm excited that we're going to have him for probably the rest of the series. Chidobe Awuzie. What's his ability? Tip drill. Players with visibility have increased chances to catch passes that have been tipped in the... I like that one. I think that's a good one. Williamson from the Jets got traded for a 3rd and a 5th. Yeah, that happened yesterday. That's sort of old news. But my trade grades, if you do not hear them, Jets get a B+, Giants gets a D+. I think it's a very bad trade for the Giants. Because they're not in a win-now position. And Leonard Williams' contract is up at the end of the year. Plus, their interior of their defensive line is the strength of their team. So I just don't think that trade makes any sense for them. And then for the Jets, I didn't see him re-signing. He just hasn't played all that well this year. He didn't really fit the defense. So all around, I feel that was probably the biggest move that's happened in these past couple days, and it's not that big of a move, to be honest. But yeah, I guess that'll end the stream, everybody. I guess that's all we really need to cover. I don't see any other trades coming in, which, once again, if you cannot already tell, is a total shock to me. I was expecting a big day of trade deadline. I mean, I'll check if anything's happened, but I doubt it. Yeah, it does not look like anything's happened, so that'll do it for the live stream, folks. There were rumors that Jamal Adams was going to the Cowboys. There were rumors. That would have been very interesting, but I guess it didn't happen. I think that's probably for the better if the Cowboys didn't do that, because that was so much. Yeah, Adams will not be moved. That was a rumor, but it's not happening. Like every other potential trade that was going to happen. So once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. The Packers tied a preseason game. Why? Who did they tie with? But only the Jets. Well, I guess if the Packers and the Jets tied in real life, I'd be happy. I'd actually be very happy about that. I prefer a Packer loss, but you can't get it all, I guess. Alright, boys. Once again, have a good one. Westlake should be up today. That'll probably be the other upload. Assuming the video is transferred correctly, that's what you should expect to be up today. As always,